Okay, hello, welcome. Time for some Haskell and also some purescript coding. Last time, in fact over the last couple of episodes, I've been setting up Servant as an API in the back end and then writing a little front end in purescript. So we have an application called Showtime where I can plan upcoming podcast episodes just for an internal work thing. And initially, there was a simple command line thing where you could manage the cast taking part, you could manage topics to talk about, and you could manage upcoming episodes. And then I started adding onto that, so keeping the same back end, but adding an API onto that, which will serve information about topics and cast and whatever else in JSON, and writing something to consume it in PureScript and then show it in the web page. And at the end of the last episode, I got it working where I could list topics. It wasn't terribly exciting, not a great amount of information there, but it's enough to prove that the API can emit some JSON and the front end can consume it. And I can show what it looks like actually. Let's have a look at it. So it looks like this. Not terribly exciting, right? But the back end, I think this is a raw JSON. Back end is just chucking out a little bit of JSON encoded data with a list of topics, and the front end is consuming it and putting it into a little bit of HTML, like this is a UL. And the code for that, on the back end, we're using Servant, so this is the endpoint for listing the topics, and this is the endpoint for serving the index.html, basically the packaged up PureScript application. This says when you go to /topics, which is what we did in the browser. So when you go to here /topics, it's very small text, it says /topics. Then it's a get request. If it's a get request, then you're going to return some JSON, and it's going to be a list of topics. And the handler for it is sitting inside here. So it hits this first function, which just calls topic storage.list. Okay, so the topic itself. It's a new type wrapping up a record. It just contains a piece of text. So topic is just a text. And then we have a JSON instance on it where we're using standard derived encoding, but we're adding this option to it. Unwrap unary records. So instead of being a list of objects saying get topic and then the text, it chucks away this label from the record and it gives you back a list of text instead. So in here, topic storage.list, it just loads all the topics. So it's the way this is working in a minute is it's loading off the file system. So it's going to storage thing and it's saying load all the topics, and that gives you back a list of topics, as you can see here. Right, so that's the API side. On the PureScript side, let's have a look at this. Okay, so we're using Halogen. We create a component to Halogen, that's how it's structured. When it initializes, it emits this action, which is defined up here, an action of initialize. And then it calls, well, handle action is the thing that handles actions as they happen, obviously. We have a single action here, it's called initialize, and then I wrote this kind of mess of code. So we do an AJAX request to get topics, it'll return some JSON, a little bit of error handling, so if response is not successful, we just log something to the console. If it was successful, we decode it. If we successfully decoded it, then we print it to console, but we also put it into the state. Now the state is defined as being an array of strings, I guess an array of topics, because a topic is just a piece of text. So this initially, I think I'd set it to be an empty list. And then when you load stuff, it will print out this header of topics, and then it will loop over the topics from the state, convert them into an li with the topic text as the contents of the li, and then put that into UL, and then just stick it on the page. Right, so it's pretty simple, pretty basic. Plan for today is to add some more, I guess, some more endpoints, some more functionality in the API. There's quite a lot to do in that, so I'll just start chugging through it. I could go to topics and look at some extra actions, so maybe adding and deleting topics. That's the thing you can do from the CLI. I might start with that. And then we can look at other types of content. So as well as just topics, we can have like the cast list, the people who are hosts, and upcoming episodes as well. But I don't know how far I'll get with that. I'm going to start with just some extra actions so we can have a look at what happens when you want to create something or delete something. Okay, so when I show a topic, I'm just going to write a little helper function here because it's going to get a little bit more complex. So when we show a single topic, at the moment, it's just going to be this code, more or less. Okay, and then this map will just be run to topic. Okay, so I might put next to the text, which is in the li, I might put a little link to delete a topic as well. And messed up with formatting. So I want, I guess, should be a link or some kind of button. Do a button? Is there a button? There's a button. Okay, let's do a button. And what arguments does button take? It takes an array of HTMLs. Okay, so it's going to be hh.text, and the text will be delete. Okay, am I running Spigo anywhere? I am not. Okay. Reading this terminal is Spigo. So this is running Spigo to rebuild the app every time I change it. So if I go back to the browser, you should hopefully see. Oh, I did not see buttons showing delete. That's annoying. I might have forgotten to save it. Let's find out. No. Why you force reload? There we go. Okay. Obviously great styling here, but now next to each button there's a thing. There's a button. Sorry, next to each topic there's a button that says delete. So what do we want to do with that? Well, we want to emit an event. So inside here we can say he.onClick, and I think this will take a function, and we don't care about the events, but we're going to say delete. We're going to emit an action, and this is going to be delete topic, and we'll pass in t, which is the text of the topic. Okay. Incidentally, you might notice I've made my face smaller, so it covers less of the screen. And also I don't have to say it as much if I ever watch these back. So, HE is going to be halogen events. Delete topic doesn't exist yet. So in here, in the actions, we can say we can initialize. The other thing we can do is delete this topic. Okay. Ooh. And it takes an argument, so oops, delete topic is going to take a string, which is one of these topics. I actually might, just for the sake of readability, I might just create a type alias here, so we'll say topic is a string, and here this will take a single topic, and likewise this will be an array of topic. Okay. So now my handle, oh, nothing's broken yet. It's broken up here. Wow, I can't do this. Type. Try it again. Okay. So now my handle action should be broken. Good. It is. So we have a handler which deals with a case where it's initialized, but we don't have anything that deals with a case where it's delete topic. And it's going to take an argument, which is the topic itself. And then what we want to do is lift off ax.delete. And this takes response format, a URL, and then runs under ref. Response format will be axrf dot. Is there like a nothing? Ignore. There is a response format called ignore. Okay. And the URL is going to be topics. Kind of. Okay. So it's actually going to be topics, and we need the ID. And the ID is just the name of the topic. So we'll say delete, and we'll give it the name, like the text inside the topic. Okay, ignore is not the thing I want there. Okay, so this gives us back some output. Can I do that? Has it got underscore version? It does, okay. And now we're back to here. So now I'm going to tell it takes JSON, just to make it shut up for a moment. Oh, something's gone wrong. What is going on here? So delete, it just takes a string. I don't know why I thought it took a response format. It wouldn't make sense to take a response format. So, I see what's happened. So I used the delete underscore form, which doesn't return anything. Think. Is that right? Yes-ish. Okay, I can check away the response. It might not work. We don't really mind. I should do something proper, like, you know, checking response, checking it's an error, displaying that error somehow. But for now, I'm just going to skip over it. So we call delete, and then we can just say pure unit. Right, we're not going to update anything at this point. Are we not? No, I am. Okay. I'm actually going to say h.modify. And what we're going to do is, I think this takes a function which goes from state to state. Yeah. So you go from state to state. And what I really want to do is call delete on an array. So it's sort of like an array.delete. And then modular array. There is. That's very handy. Okay. I'm getting better at guessing the names of things. So now when you click this button, it will emit an action called delete topic, which will get picked up by this handle action, match this clause, we'll send a delete to the back end, and then we will remove it from our local list, or the list in the state of this thing, so it should disappear. Okay, this will fail at the moment because nothing in the back end is expecting this, but this should succeed. Just make sure it compiled properly. It did, good. Okay, so we go back to the browser, reload it, and then delete this. It goes from our list here, but it's still in our list of topics. Right, it still shows up here. I've got two of these to make sense. If I reload this page, you see testing stupid comes back again. Okay, back end. I mean, a lot of switch between languages and frameworks and stuff. So, next thing. we're going to add an endpoint, which is topics again. Oops, but then we're going to capture as the topic name a piece of text, and it's going to be a delete request. We're going to return, I guess, JSON, but actually it's no content. Right. No. I'm going to take text. I was looking at something similar earlier today, and I can tell it to take a topic, and that's nicer from a type point of view, but it will cause a little bit of work. So I'm going to get it working, and I'm going to come back to it. So we'll import capture. We will import delete, and we'll import text. Oh, and for some reason I lost my content. I must have undone something. Okay, so that's cool, but now we need to add a handler for it. And that's going to be, should just be able to say topic storage.delete remove, I called it for some reason. Okay, and the type of this is down here somewhere. Remove, we'll take a string, interesting, and deal with it. So, because we told it it's text, can we just tell it it's a string? That would be nice, wouldn't it? Right, okay. So now we can call this function properly. This is, the remove should be okay, but it returns unit, and we said we're going to return no content. So we'll call remove, and then we will just say pure no content, except that's not right. Pure, what's it going to be called? Is it called that? No. A couple of things going on here actually. One is we don't actually want the result of remove. We don't care about that. Well, that's okay actually, because then pure should be something that works in the monad. We just do that for a second. Couldn't match topic with character. It shouldn't be a character, it should be no content. Just going to do this temporarily because I want to see if I can get this to work. So what does remove do? Oh, we need to take a string. Oh, I see. I think I see what's going on. Oh, we need to take a string. So actually, this is going to be a function. So it's going to be a function which takes some piece of text from string actually. I'll put my do back in there for a second. Then remove it. And can we say no content? Okay, illegal use of type constructor. I think we can say this. There's also a type constructor for no content. Okay, getting slightly better, I think. I'm going to move this into function because it's, oh, we have an indentation problem as well. Right. I'm using the function temporarily so we can say remove topic, delete topic, which is going to go from a string to server T API up. Is it all of this? Server, not sever, server T API app handler S. We'll also need the type class, so this S needs to be storage, whatever it is. Okay, and we'll say delete topic of S is, and then just grab this stuff. And then get rid of this and outdent this, and then say delete topic. Okay. So couldn't match type rear T append S1 handler list of topic with this. I don't think it should return a list of topics though. App handler S, not that. Okay, what's the compiler think it should be? Ah, I missed the M out. That's where I went wrong. So this reader T append S M no content is actually app what the this is MS no content. Okay, and whatever this M is, we don't really care as long as it has mode.io because that's required for topic storage. Okay, theory, that should work. No, I'm not using it now. Okay, that's true because I decided to use a string instead because that's what delete was expecting. Rename this to be Cabal, I think. Okay. So now if I do this, delete testing is stupid, reload this, it's gone from here. Okay, so we can now delete stuff via the API. Leave this page, it's not pulling in testing is stupid. Okay, the other thing we're going to do is add new topics, I guess. That'd be a good thing to do next. So, similar-ish thing. When we're rendering our topics, we'll render the current list, and then we can say hh.input. That's quite some type. Wow. Not entirely sure how to read that, but it's an array of things that go inside it, I think. I'm gonna have to look this up. There's quite a lot going on there, so I think this is called input. halogen input. So leaf, whatever leaf is, and then input. Oh. Each one does not admit children. Okay, so we can't have anything there. And do you know, I might see if I can find an example. Let's go halogen input. Oh no, wrong thing. Input tag. Oops. I don't want halogen bulbs. Halogen form. Wow. Halogen form example purescript. Has got any forms? Pro effects. There's one of these has got a GitHub example, which I can copy, I think. I think that's what we want. Okay. It's got form and then button and label and input. There we go. Okay, so it looks like this apparently. Right, so HP is properties of the tag, I think. Let's save and see what it wants. It's halogen HP properties. Okay. Actually, we'll not have this. We don't care about the value. We're not going to seed it with anything. We just want the event which says on input on value input some string, which is not going to be set username. It's going to be create topic. Okay, and up here in our actions, as well as delete topic, we can now create topics. Well, we can't yet, but we can add that. And it's going to take a topic. Okay, and now handle action. We don't have a handler for that. So, create topic. Similar thing, I guess. So we can do array dot, is there an append? Seems unlikely. I think so to an array, I guess, does it should do semigroup, I guess. Not quite. Could I match array string with string? Oh, of course, we don't want to. We don't want to. He is not an array, right? We can't join two arrays together. So we just want to stick on the end. So it's snock. Getting closer. So snock takes the array and then the thing you're adding. So lib snock t, obviously. Right, so as delete, we should have a create. Did that just do? Didn't know create, but it should be that. Why am I saying create? It's post. Right, post takes URL, maybe request body, and then runs it. So this is the URL. Actually, URL is just topics without slash, I guess. The request body will be just right. So we need to do ax rec.json and I need to look up an example of this. Or do I? Redico post from Afjax serial, maybe request body. Request body is going to be JSON and then some JSON thing. So ax rec for Afjax request. I think not this, but this from which actually, so it's maybe AXRB. So JSON is a constructor we're using here, and it takes some JSON. So we need to take the topic and turn it into JSON. And how do you do that? Just going to look at Argonaut and ask it. Are you going to give me any help here? Quick start. Don't want to decode it, I want to encode it. No. I don't really want an in-depth thing, but I'm hoping for a quick start. Oh, just give me an example of encoding. PureScript Argonaut encode. Encode JSON goes from something to JSON, right? So JSON.encode of my thing, which is T. Okay, so I'll work this out. We want request body. Okay, JSON.encode should come from Argonaut. Ooh. Spigo install Argonaut. Oh, I already had installed. Was it called encode JSON? It was. Let's do that. Okay, so in theory, they should make a post request and send JSON encoded string and then add it to our internal state. That's my thinking. So what does it look like? Okay. Wow, not quite what I want. So it's not when you're typing. It needs to be, maybe I'll create a button. Maybe I'll do a whole form. Let's do a form. Or maybe, is it like for an input, so not on value input, but on change? No. Can it on submit on a just on a text? Not really. It's going to be an event. And then what can we do with our event? Target? No, not sure that works. Okay, on submit isn't quite the right thing though. It'll be on focus out. No. So we got HTML input events. We'll give an event.data actually. So we're doing on submit. I don't think submit is really a thing. But what does that say? Could how much type? No, it doesn't have any kind of it doesn't have data on it. What is an event? Guess it's one of these. Maybe it's not. So new type event, and I should be able to call target on the event. And that will give me back target. There's no use. Okay, I'll do form. I'll give up. Form is really more sensible anyway. Let's go for, let's say, new topics. And new topics. And this is, we don't care about the state. Come on, HTML, action, whatever, and M. So render new topics is hh.div, I think. Oh, so div, and inside the div we will have hh.form. And then here we can say he.onSubmit. OnSubmit. And this is going to take something. Let's go and copy this from the example here. Example down here. Where was it? No. Programming effect. Sorry, it's wrong page. So form on submit make request of EV. So their make request gets an event. Oh, I see. They're not looking it up when you type stuff, it updates the state. Now when you click submit, it grabs it from the state rather than grabbing it from the form. That's not great either. What I really want, do you know, let's just do that. So on submit, given some event, we'll call create event, create topic with the event, and then we'll give it some child elements, and I just want the input, I think. Right. Oh, it's going to mess up my state though. Quite a lot. It's very annoying. I just wanted a text box where you hit return, and when you hit return, it grabs the content of that thing. It feels like it should be simpler. I'm running in circles here, but I don't want to give it the initial content. We don't want on value input. We want on change. I don't think that's right. Scroll and select. So now this becomes an event. And we say create topic with the event, and this is the wrong type, so we can go target of the event. I don't know where to get that from. Okay, we've got maybe target event. And we want to get a string out of that, so there must be stuff we can go. Oh, okay, we know this is a target event and we want a string. Let's see if we can find it. So we have a target event. We want a string. Anything going to do that? Nah. Okay. Let's have a look at target event. Oh, that's interesting. event. This is where we started from, right? So this is how I find target. The element that was source of target. See what we can find in here. Those are the functions, event target.js. Event listener, remove dispatch event. No. So here, what am I looking at here? Input event fires. When the value of an input has been changed. Typing or checking checkbox. That's not what I want. It doesn't seem like the kind of place I want to be. Okay. HTML input event get value. Event.target value. So is value a thing that we can find? This kind of goes back a maybe. Can we call value on that thing? HTML input element. No. But almost. So we want to call that on the value of that. All right. Yeah, it doesn't work. So this comes back as being event target and HTML input element. This is not the thing I expect to be hard today. Look at input from halogen. What else we got in halogen? We should have some kind of, I don't know. Where does on submit come from? Gives me this event, which is web event internal types, is where I was before. Halogen purescript form example. This is ridiculously complicated just to get the text out of something. Right, okay. Let's do it. I'm gonna give up and do this. Okay. So we got a div, and inside the div, we're going to put a form, and on the form we're going to say is it? Yep, okay. So when you submit, we will say create topic. Delete the event, probably because it's going to stop it propagating. We're not going to have this text. We will leave a label in. I'll write this as create a topic. Okay, the value is going to come from the state. So now we need the state again. We need to make our state more interesting. So here it's not going to be username, but it's going to be state.new topic name. And when you input stuff, we'll say set new topic name. So we won't call it name, just say new topic. Okay, so a couple of things. Our state is not going to be this, so topics, we have typed that, whoops. And new topic is I guess a string. Seems to me like it should be maybe a string. Create topic, we're not going to take any arguments, but we are going to say, what I call this thing, set new topic, and that will take a string. Set new topic, take a string. I forgot to put a comma in there. Okay. We initialize our state. So much stuff is going to go wrong here. This is now going to be state. When we're rendering it, we render state.topics. Okay, getting better. Create a topic. It doesn't take an event, it just is. Oh no, I said I was going to take an event, but I'll come back to that. It's just to stop propagation. It's not so important. Okay, so from maybe empty string that, I'm going to import this from data maybe. Okay. Next error. Render new topics. Now it takes a state. Next error. Can't initially state like that. State needs to be topics is empty array and new topic is nothing. Put a colon. Okay, next error. Create topic. Doesn't take any arguments. Okay. It's not going to be T, it's going to come from the state. So we need to say state is h.get, and then we can say state.new topic, and we also add it to here, new topic. Right. This is not more complicated. Right, we're going to take our state, and we're going to return the state, but modified so that the topics inside it equal to delete t from state.topics. Okay, this doesn't work either. Right, so we need to do a couple of things. One is we're going to set new topic to be nothing. And we're going to set our topics to be dual list, but also, oh, we don't need to flip anymore because we're filling in the argument explicitly. So snog state.topics, and then that, but we're not doing it here. I think what we can do is this, and then it's not state.newTopic anymore, it'll be underscore. And then these brackets. Okay, getting better. Not much type string with new topic. Complicated error. So it wants a string for some reason. Which bit of it's causing that problem? Oops, pure unit, wrong language. Okay, something is going wrong in here. So I think it's my fancy underscore syntax which has gone wrong. I'll write it in a non-fancy underscore syntax, so it's going to be state to that. Okay, not much type. String with maybe string, string with maybe string. Here, okay, right. So new topic is a maybe string, and so we want to say topic, let's say let topic equal from maybe empty string state.new topic, and then here when we're adding into there we can just say topic. Okay, now we've got an error because we don't handle set new topic. So set new topic. What do we do here? We just want to call h.modify. I don't think we need to do because it's just a single function. State to state of new topic. Set topic's got some kind of string. And what's the problem here? Oh, just a string. Name was shadowed. It was, wasn't it? Well, we can chuck it away then. We don't actually care because we already have it. Okay. Right. File suggestions. If we go back to the web, then reload this, and we type. No, it's still in this thing where it's updating it all the time. So did it compile? It did not compile. So Spigo install arrays. Okay, now it did compile. Did I stop the back end? No, I did not. So there's something wrong with the page. Go back to render. Oh, okay, so when we load it, we can't say h.topics, we need to say h.modify. And it's going to take a state, and it's going to say state, but update topics to equal topics. Okay, got this back, that's good. And then we can say hello, and the page reloads because I'm not stopping the event from propagating. So let's copy that. So in their state, they have, here they have event. And then when you submit it, they have prevent default. Right, so create a topic, we'll need to take an event. And then we'll prevent default. Up in my state, once I create a topic, take an event. I need to import it. And then when I here, pass the event. Okay, should have recompiled. Okay, so if I say hello, there we go. Okay, so it's adding it here, but it's not hitting the back end. So I reload this page, it goes away. Okay, so how are we doing for time? A little bit over. I wonder how quick this will be to write. So if you post to topics, we're not going to capture anything. It will be post, you're going to post some JSON, and it's going to return no content. It's not a great API, but it'll be quick to write. Okay, and then here we want create topic. Doesn't seem right. It seems like we should be grabbing some content here. It's not just that we return JSON, we're supposed to get JSON as well in the body. So I change that and say create topic. It's supposed to go from string. But it's not getting anything. It's not captured. I think capture is for grabbing bits of the URL. So there's some kind of request body thing. Topic string. Nope, it's not called that. I want to look at it later, but I'm out of time. Google, right? So post from servant. Got an example of that. Haskell servant post. Just give an example. Rec body. So it's rec body. And then the type, yep, which is JSON. Okay, that fixes type checker. And now we should be able to just say add. So restart that. Right, reload this. Showtime. If you say new topic, reload page. Oh, reload page. New topic is still there, and it appears in the back end now, which is cool. And we can delete it. And it's gone. And then we can say other topic. And it gets created. Cool. Okay. So now we have a thing where we have the basics of CRUD, I guess. We can list stuff out. There's no show for an individual topic because it's just a piece of text. But we can list them, we can create them, and we can delete them. Kind of cool. I need to tidy up the back end, not the back end. I need to tidy up the front end a little bit. The code for this is horrible, but maybe next week I can look at that. And we can try adding another resource as well. So as well as topics, I might start looking at episodes or the cast or something like that. I'll have to do a little bit more work on the JSON side. But yeah, cool. Thanks for watching along. Sorry for all the confusion about how to write a form in Halogen and PureScript. But hopefully I can just copy and paste for next time. And hopefully see you next week. Cool. Goodbye.